I'm Ryan Connolly from Film Riot, which is a weekly filmmaking show on Revision3.com. It's also a lot of comedy. Sometimes we might get a little sidetracked, but the idea of Film Riot is to show no-budget filmmakers that they can do it too, and to not be so discouraged when they see big-budget movies making great things and thinking that they can never really do that. So the idea behind Film Riot is to show you how you can make your films with special effects, the story, actors, the whole nine, with pretty much no money or very little money, which would probably be a little bit better. But that's Film Riot in a nutshell. Camera-wise, we switch between a few. The Canon XL-H1, the Canon 5D, and the Sony EX3. For the most part, we use the Sony EX3 on Film Riot. We also have the Lettuce Extreme adapter. We use some Canon lenses on that. My favorite being the 50mm Prime 1.4 lens. It's gorgeous. It's funny how I go about picking the episode is kind of a random bag. I'll pretty much shift through, the emails and see what people are asking, find something that sparks my interest, grab it, and then just run with it. Typically, we're, writing, shooting, editing, and delivering the show within 3 to 4 days, so there's not much time to overthink things, which I think is great. I think people often overthink when they're asking, how do you come up with such random, crazy things? You just run and you have fun with it, and that's pretty much what we do. I'll shift through the emails till something strikes me funny, or interesting or fun, and I just go with that. So most of the time I'm going off of what the audience wants to see, because we're trying to make a show that's for you guys, the viewers. So why make what I want to make? Why not make what they're asking to be made? Which is where the zombies came about, because there's so much zombie content on the internet. I wasn't really looking to do zombies, but it was overwhelming how much the zombie effect was asked for like 10 times more than any other effect. So after a year I figured might as well just do it. Film Riot's been online for a little over a year now. We just have our 1-year episode, I think, like a month ago, maybe a little bit less. We plan to continue for sure, but the idea of Film Riot was always to be part documentary as well and follow me throughout my career. So as I take each step in my career, Film Riot's going to follow it to open that door up to the viewers. So when I start doing more large productions, you guys are going to be able to see it, and you're going to be able to see what goes behind the doors like you've never been able to see before. So when I do my first feature, you'll be able to follow that from start to finish. And as my first feature, there's going to be plenty of fail involved, and I'll be able to show that to hopefully show people how they cannot fail. I'll fail so other people don't have to. I think that would be a really cool thing to see. So that's definitely on the horizon. But a lot more of the same as well. A lot more comedy, a lot more just fun, and just how you can make great stuff with no money at all. We've had so many technical problems on the show. It's as if Murphy came back from the dead and he's just being a douchebag to us sometimes. Things as much as, my computer crashing, hard drives crashing, rain. When we were doing Zombie Josh, of course, I wrote an entire outside episode that decided that the week that God decided to send a monsoon our way, and we literally could not shoot a frame because it was pouring all weekend long. And it was a night shoot, and of course it was only pouring at night. Go figure. So there's plenty of stuff that happens. Since we're such a week-to-week show, if there's any kind of a snag, it makes the episode late or sometimes not at all. And another issue is my production company, Trying Films. We have a lot of productions coming through, some high-profile productions, so that can push us back as well. So it's almost like, for the fans, it's almost a bittersweet thing, because my production company is going to bring more legitimacy and more behind-the-scenes stuff that's really going to teach people and show them how the industry is, but also sometimes it obstructs Film Riot. I think it's more of an upside than a downside, because at worst you miss out on 1 week, or the episode's a day late. But at best, you're going to be able to see behind the scenes of stuff you've never been able to see behind the scenes of before.